Forest, North Dakota congregation. Now, Sister Kvassager, just a few years ago, yourself and your husband and your daughter were planning to expand your ministry by serving in Ecuador. However, as you prepared for this move, you received some heartbreaking news.
Yes, our oldest son had told us that we were going to be having our first grandchild right before leaving for Ecuador, but also that he was going to be disfellowshipped. And I had never, ever experienced such intense pain and sadness.
What a conflicting emotions. A new grandson and your son being disfellowshipped. Now, in talking with you, you've had no shortage of trials that you've endured. You endured an abusive relationship. You also suffered many tragic losses. And you deal with chronic health issues. What made this particular trial so heartbreaking for you?
This was my son, and we were really close. And I had felt like a body part that I couldn't live without had been taken away. And I started blaming myself. I must not have done enough.
Thank you for those candid expressions. No doubt many here can relate to those feelings. What happened when you sought out Jehovah?
I would constantly ask Jehovah for his spirit to help me gain control of my hijacked emotions and my thoughts. And this did help. I was able at first to get through from one moment to the next and eventually one day to the next.
So moment by moment. Now, no doubt, as you continue to keep on asking Jehovah, his support was obvious. However, shortly thereafter, you experienced another heartbreak.
Yes, our youngest son had informed us that he was going to join the Marines. And we were just shocked beyond belief. And I became depressed, and I just, the grief became so severe that I didn't want to live anymore. And at times I would isolate myself.
Those feelings are understandable. Thank you again for sharing them. So, we have to ask though, did you, during that time, did you isolate yourself from Jehovah?
No, never. I never left Jehovah in prayer. Even when I wasn't formally praying, I would incessantly pour my heart out to him all day and all night.
And as you kept on seeking him, how did Jehovah continue to fortify you through this additional heartache?
Well, as I was pouring my heart out in prayer, there was just a flood of scriptures that would be swimming around in my head, and it was these scriptures that assisted me to resist the urge to isolate myself. And then there was the articles that I researched that helped with this, and the love and support of friends, and of course how Jehovah answered the prayers of the brokenhearted psalmist. How that helped and gave me comfort and gave me strength, and that really helped transform my thoughts. It was essential in transforming them into focusing on all the many blessings that I had and to be thankful for.
And so, how did having a thankful spirit throughout this situation, how did that even further assist you?
Well, it motivated me to maintain my ministry, not only maintain it, but to expand it, and realize that not only was I given comfort and strength, but that Jehovah gave me helped me to be joyful, that joy overrode the anguish that I felt. And so we did have much joy serving in Ecuador, and I will always remember and be grateful and thankful for the assistance that Jehovah's given. And while our sons are not as yet turning to Jehovah, love hopes all things, and I have a lot of love.
Thank you very much, Sister Kvassager.